everyone, Dad Jokes Pone here, back for another video. And as you might have guessed, we are about to pop a unit out of the limit breaker machine and go ahead and take a look at that really quickly. I went ahead and made my shiny Abby with leader 3 limit broken, and there's been a lot of other work done with the account as well, so I want to go ahead and show you that. And if we go ahead and check out the team, you can see that all of my actual primary damage units are now max level. So we have basically a pretty stacked deck of units right now at level 300. And at the moment, without trying to incorporate Shiny Abby, we are sitting at around 749 quadrillion DPC, and of course with the event we're at about 4.5 E in terms of DPC. So that's pretty sweet. Made quite a bit of progress and definitely excited about that. I am a little curious to see what we can end up with if we go ahead and bump Abby over into the team. Curious if that would make a bigger difference versus having Red Bat in the team or not. So yeah, so we lost about 29 quadrillion there, but we still had the job of running over and rolling the second passive on this unit. So that could potentially end up making the difference if we get something great. So we are about to find out together. And of course, we will go pump some fruit into her and max out the stats as well if we end up getting something good here. So we will we'll kind of cross our fingers and hope something cool happens there. And of course, I do have a bunch of shards here and a handful of reroll tokens. So hopefully it doesn't take a whole lot of those, but there's really only one way to find out, isn't there? So I'll get going, and as usual, I'll bring you guys back when or if something interesting happens. Come on, go ahead. Of course. Would have been pretty cool to get Ghostly. Probably not ideal with this particular unit. Frankly, another leader 3 would probably be the most ideal for her, but if we get something really interesting damage wise, then that might not be so bad either. It's really teasing Ghostly. That's the third time in a row that we've been really close to it. Okay, that didn't take very long. And we just rolled giant on this unit. Let's see what happens with our damage when she is equipped. And of course, mind you, this is still without pumping up the stats. Yeah, so 721, I've already forgotten what it was previously, but it definitely isn't over 4.5 here. So let's run over to Destiny Island really quickly. Of course, it would help immensely if I got those leader units leveled up. I'll certainly pay more attention to doing that when we get the next XP event. I also intend to kind of take turns with my primary leader units, pumping some levels into them via the wow, why can't I think of the incubator? Wow, I just completely spaced on that. But yeah, that's the goal there, getting some levels into them so that they contribute more for the team as well. And let's head over to Destiny. Why can't I find it? There it is. equip her. And I'll put a little into speed because of the giant and see if that offsets it at a fairly decent amount. 66 fruit to give us a Z pound symbol unit, and let's see what that ends up doing. Bumped her from a little over 7 quadrillion to 11, so frankly that's not going to make all that big a difference, especially not in comparison to 380 quadrillion. Let's see if it makes a worthwhile change. Yeah, you can barely even notice it, so that's all right for right now. That is probably and frankly I probably need to roll again on both of these units. I did manage to score leader 2 on this one and just elected to hang on to it for right now, because of course it is giving the team an additional bonus. If I were to manage to score leader 3 on it in the secondary slot again, then that would be incredible in terms of damage for the team. So I'll definitely plan on getting extra levels into these two over the next handful of days, and that'll actually be super easy because after this event is over, of course I'll be back in the time chamber a lot, and that'll expedite things considerably, certainly, and that certainly allows us the opportunity to get considerably better damage out of Abby as well as Famu here. And it's only going to help the team overall. So really, the uh, the the team is looking pretty solid. Obviously, I'm nowhere near leaderboard level. There are some guys who are just on a ridiculous level, and it certainly calls into question whether or not they're doing it legitimately. I would argue it would be hard to be legitimate with some of the numbers on that board, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just got super lucky. But anyway, so we do have Greatest Evil, max level 580, quadrillion damage, and he is just an absolute monster with the God passive plus Giant, just cranking out the ultimates like crazy. Tons of damage. Of course, we have our shiny Dragon King with Draconic rocking 510 quadrillion damage. We have our shiny Gilgamesh at 490 quadrillion damage, max level. Max level Betrayer, Tactical 3, and Tank, so that this is technically 900 quadrillion damage when we're up against a boss. That these are definitely that these two units here with the Tac 3, obviously, certainly boss killer unit. Max level again here with Famu, 420 quadrillion damage, but 840 again against bosses. And we have Shiny Endeavor, max level 410 quadrillion. And then, of course, we have our original Divine, our Red Bat, and he's running level 300 at 380 quadrillion damage. At some point, I might end up finding myself feeding this unit into something else just because of the fact that, I mean, look at the damage difference here. That this unit's just too old to remain in the meta, so we'll have to deal with that when the time comes. And of course, we're going to need to figure out what we're going to do with the leader units as well. Eventually, um, that's just kind of part of the game. You have to kill off old units to benefit the newer ones, and that's just part of it, unfortunately. So that's basically where we stand with the account right now. Pretty happy about it. Definitely rocking some pretty dang solid units here, and only looking to get stronger. And let me know how this event has gone for you guys. It's certainly gone pretty well for me. I've been able to farm up a pretty considerable amount of yen. I'm planning on probably knocking out one or two defense modes just to get a little bit of extra um, max open shards for this coming weekend, presuming that it's a another XP event, and set myself up for that. I would be extremely surprised if this coming up weekend does not also include a level cap increase. Pretty certain it's going to. It's been a little while. Far too many people are at max cap now, so we'll see what happens there. But I would expect it, and I'd anticipate it and be ready for it if I were you guys, certainly. So as usual, thanks again for joining. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. I do appreciate it immensely and helping me grow a new channel. And a little late in the video here, but happy Mother's Day to any mothers out there who may be watching. I was fortunate enough to go spend a little time with mine earlier today, so that was great. If you haven't already, be sure to tell your mother Happy Mother's Day. She'll certainly appreciate it. And hit that like button, and I'll certainly look forward to hearing your comments down below, how things have been going for you this event, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care, everyone.